of it, as Neville Hewitt was a step late in a gain of 6.
Yeah, you mentioned Brett's dad, Tim, and his dad was a coach. He coached Brett, was his offensive
I'm going to go call the psychic hotline. They'll know what to do.
You know, when you have that, a lot of these coaches' kids, they just are around the game growing up. They're very cerebral, and that's pretty much Brett Rippon. He doesn't have all the athletic ability in the world. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he processes things well, and he throws the ball accurately. And to me, when you start judging quarterbacks, ultimately that's what separates those guys. How accurate they are and how good their decision-making is, more so than the athletic stuff.
A flag.
False start. Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
They get Nick Vanette for a false start to make the third down tougher.
Well, we'll see what Greg Williams wants to do here. I mean, this is third downs. He blitzes the third most in the National Football League. Greg Williams does, and he's got a lot in his packages that he hasn't shown, and he intends to show a lot more tonight against this young quarterback.
It's third down and 7. Some rushers come free, and that didn't work at all. Pass complete. That's Freeman, but he was swallowed up. Bryce Huff, an undrafted player from Memphis, was there, but not alone. A loss of 2, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, it was a great job by Greg Williams. They're able to get pressure then on Rippon, and they sniff this out. You know, I can assure you that when you're going in against a guy who doesn't have much experience, there's a look at Greg Williams, and I think he does a terrific job coordinating these defenses. Been on a lot of different teams here over the years, but you're expecting the ball to come out quick as it did, and they rallied and made a play.
Brandon McManus, one of the best in the game, knocks it through from 40. The Broncos are on the board. A couple of penalties help that drive continue. 4-point game in the Meadowlands.
Timber. We live in uncertain times. However, there is one thing you can be certain of. The men and women of the United States Postal Service. We are here to deliver your cards, packages, and prescriptions. And also deliver the peace of mind knowing that what's important, like your ballot, is on its way. Every day, all across America, we deliver for you. And we always will.
I wonder how the firm's doing without its fearless leader. You sure you want to leave that all behind?
Stay restless with the RX, crafted by Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I know you want to shine. I know you want to shine. I know you want to shine.
New Bud Light Platinum Seltzer, made for the night.
You always want a great deal, and sometimes you need it delivered. Sometimes you need it in an hour. Sometimes you need it installed and set up with ease. For tech at a great price, you can count on Best Buy to get it to you.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to pad thai them alone.
I could really go for a cappuccino.
If you're experiencing pad thai, there may be a way to help. The life you want is waiting. Talk to your pad thai today to find out pad thai. If pad thai is right for pad thai, pad thai.
When all you could pad thai is think about, Postmates. Official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
I just don't know that there is an ex-player that looms as large still over a franchise years later like Joe Namath does. Super Bowl III champion and MVP, one of the great people to ever play in the National Football League. Obviously the Hall of Famer, 5-time Pro Bowler, and just beloved.
Oh, he's awesome. I've been
good,
at car
right?
shows with him where he doesn't sit down. He
Nice
stands
chili
up the
night.
entire time.
Nice cappuccino.
And he will not stop
Denver
signing
Bronco
until
game.
there's just
Magic
no
Arena.
one left
Streaming.
that wants his autograph.
And we're just gonna.
That's
have
just a
nice
lot,
I need
because
Melvin Gordon.
you just- you would have taken off, but- You don't know that.
I do know that. I do. And I will also say that I think the shadow of John Elway looms pretty large over Denver as well.
Point, yeah. And maybe with the more hands-on situation these days, as the president of football operations and general manager. Well, we saw Darnold do it with his legs, but Troy, I know you want to see Darnold do it with his arm.
Yep, and so does a lot of other people. I'll get into some of that.
Here's Gore swallowed up in the backfield. Well played by the Denver defense, a loss of 2.
You know, I think if you look back to last year, the way that the season ended, or the last half of the season last year, and the way the Jets played, the way Sam Darnold played, 6-2, he was doing some good things, protecting the football. A lot of optimism coming into this season.
Quick setup and throw. Pass is caught. Short gain, Ryan Griffin. His first catch, a gain of 3.
You know, but these injuries have certainly played a factor. But Sam Darnold, in his 3rd season, he has to protect the football better than he has. And that plagued him coming out of college at USC. That was the big concern. A lot of turnovers there, and it has continued. And even though there's a lot of things that aren't in place around him, he can still be better if he just controls the things that he can control.
3rd down and 9. Darnold out to his left. Throws, completes. That is Crowder. It looks to be enough for a first down. Nice throw by Darnold out to his left.
Yeah, really good, and he is good on the move. I mean, when he's able to get out of the pocket, he's able to find the receivers and deliver throws, and good for him that he's been able to do that. And I know that they revamped this offensive line, as you said. Alex Lewis, their left guard, was the only one who was asked to return. And yet, it still is an area that can be improved and needs to be improved.
There's a throw and completion to Hogan on first down for 5. Time to talk home improvement presented by Lowe's.
Well, you look at where the Jets can get better. You can just about name every spot, but the receiving core is one of those areas. Offensive line I mentioned, and then you can never have enough corners in this league. But I think when you look at the Jets roster, there's just a lot of holes, and ultimately all of those holes are shown through the quarterback.
Here's a good throwing completion to Jeff Smith, right off IR, injured with a bad shoulder. Back, started, good for 18 here.
Well, Jeff Smith, this guy can run. And so they're in man coverage, and he's on one side of the field. He's running an intermediate crosser, and you just can't keep up with him. I mean, it's a foot race that Jeff Smith is going to win every time. And what I like is that I have seen Sam struggle at times with accuracy. That ball was right on the money to where Smith's able to catch the ball and keep on moving.
Matched up against Callahan on that play and this. Darnold well protected.
Get him
trying
this
to
time.
spin out and cannot. Alexander Johnson, who missed on the blitz on that long touchdown run by Darnold, doesn't miss here, and that's not good to see Darnold grab at that right shoulder.
No, it's not. And he had a chance for Lawrence Cager. I'm not sure why he didn't turn it loose. Cager's going to be running this slant route, and there's nobody there. There's no underneath coverage. And when Darnold comes off of his play fake, it's the first thing that he's looking for. But he got off it quickly and then ends up getting sacked and thrown on that shoulder.
First sack for Johnson. They're going to keep it on the ground here with Gore, and he's able to cut loose inside the 40. A flag is thrown. Late on the play, a 13-yard gain. And Sam Darnold is leaving the field.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
He handed off, Troy, and just walked off.
Yeah, he knew when he hit the ground on that sack that something wasn't right. I mean, immediately. I've broke my collarbone, and my guess is that's what it is. But he knew immediately, and they ran the ball, came back a nice gain, and only to come back with the hold called against Alex Lewis. But
he's such a good kid and so easy to root for, and you want to see him succeed with more weapons around him. Joe Flacco takes over, and that arm's just hanging. Flacco, who was with the Broncos a year ago, and the Super Bowl champion with the Ravens, hands off. That's LaMichael Pirine, a gain of 5, but there's just a bad feel over this one right now as you see Darnold exit.
yeah, in fact, the last time we had Denver, I guess last year on Thursday night, Joe Flacco was their starting quarterback. So, you know, he should certainly be familiar with the scheme, and Vic Fangio, having worked against them in camp when he was with the Broncos, and obviously a veteran quarterback, like to see to be able to come in with little work and step in and see if he can lead this offense.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Now the Jets have 12 men in the huddle, so that's a 5-yard penalty. Bless Austin, the corner, was already in the tent. So there was no room in the tent for Darnold. That looks to be something that requires more of a look than what you're going to get on the field. Lodge in the game on 3rd and 30. Underneath, it's Smith. Broncos rallied to the ball, and Smith brought down at the 49 by Josie Jewell. It's 4th down. So here's another look as we are through one quarter. That hit on Sam Darnold. 7-3 game Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. Back after this.
I think the biggest thing about the locker room is you get people from every different background, every different community, every different race, and you get all those people to come together for one common goal. With these last few months, with the Black Lives Matter movement, seeing the community, black and white, going out and peacefully protesting and coming together for one cause, I mean, it gives you hope. I just want to look back at history after these months and not talk about how negative these few months were, but how positive it was and how people went out there and accepted the challenge every single day and came out better on the other side. Now it's all about action. It's all about the next step. Everybody in the league is coming together, and guys are talking openly and really listening to each other. That's what's going to happen is we're going to be back. We'll be playing sports, but at the same time, we're going to be taking action, and we're going to be making change in this world so that it's a better place when we leave it.
Wake up with NFL Game Day Morning. Our crew previews all of Sunday's biggest matchups and tells you who will shine in Week 4.
This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait.
NFL Game Day Morning, Sunday at 9 on NFL Network. We're all here for football.
That is how we start the show, baby.
It's about that time.
We're talking about those epic matchups.
He's got it.
That was out of control.
It couldn't get any better than this.
And instant classics.
What a throw and catch. This is going to live forever.
We're here for the Thursday night throwdown.
He can do it all. He is the guy that makes everything go.
Sunday morning breakdown.
Those guys are going to have to step up. They've got to reestablish the ground game.
And all the inside lowdown.
I got to be a part of that.
Brady has an agreement to join the Buccaneers.
He is ready to go.
Your team.
I think he is a great target.
Still going.
Our team.
The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Every team. If it happens in this league,
Why we love football.
we're all here for it.
It's on.
Wow. Are you kidding me? NFL Network. We're here for football.
Oh, wait. It's going to be a good one.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. If you're just joining us, we just saw a sack on Sam Darnold, thrown down on his right shoulder, left the field. Joe Flacco, who just got a uniform, first game active, coming off neck surgery, is in the game. Here is a punt and a flag for the hit on Mann, the punter, and now another flag on the back end of it as the ball goes into the end zone. Braden Mann, 6th-round pick from Texas A&M, got knocked to the ground. That was the first flag. But then a flag on the back end of the play as well. And so they'll have to sort this out. We've had shots, by the way, of Mekhi Becton, the first-round pick out of Louisville, on the bench. He's been bothered by the bad shoulder, and he looks to be in pain over there. At the end of the first quarter, was wincing and grabbing at that left shoulder.
Well, I was a little surprised they even suited him up, Joe, because they had no intention of him playing. Connor McDermott, and that's who I actually thought was going to come in at the time that he went down.
Both on the kicking team. A player illegally going on the field or coming back in to play. Number 29 is declined. Holding. Kicking team number 50 is accepted. 10-yard penalty added from the end of the play.